What's going on, gamers? I know I have been doing a lot of GTA 6 coverage, which, is definitely something I should have been doing. But we have something here to expose more hypocrisy in the gaming industry. Now, you guys know I do a lot of Xbox videos too, PlayStation videos, sometimes Nintendo videos, PC videos, salt farming, all sorts of stuff across this channel. We do all types of coverage, reacts. I haven't been doing reacts in a while. It's all been my content and how I'm looking at things. But you know how the PlayStation blackout and PlayStation no disc, no buy drama has been blowing up the way that it has, though it's died down big time. But the whole time while people are complaining about that, it's been live and in process in the Xbox world for a long time. And they have been pushing the Series S diskless model, cloud, Game Pass, codes in the boxes, and physical copies even being in the same category as software digital licenses. In this video here, we're going to expose Xbox fanboys and also the butthurt Xbox fanboys in the PC world and PC fanboys to join along with that. Just by this simple thing that Microsoft did prior to Sony doing the same thing. But when Sony does it, it has to be a bigger deal, obviously because they're bigger. But what I find funny is that it's the same thing, and we knew about this. Are we ready? Become a member, leave a tip down below, like, comment, subscribe, here we go. All right, so Lord posted something, and these guys are Portuguese, by the way, so it actually got translated into English, but this is a Spanish email saying, I just received an email from Microsoft saying the same thing that Sony made a point of reiterating days ago about digital games. You got those, right? Yeah, I had to do that for a reason. Everybody watching my channel long enough knows what that means. Where they hide off the camera, harass PlayStation content creators and Nintendo gamers, though I'm a gaming content creator in general, and even just other news as well. I've done RAM, politics, all types of stuff. But the funny thing is that they want to make it seem like it's a Sony problem when Sony is not going to even do this till 2028. Microsoft has been killing physical media for the longest. This is what they told him. The game is not yours and they can revoke access at any time. I would like to see an English email of this, but Microsoft sent this to him in Portuguese. He says it. We got another post too. Another Spanish guy got the same thing. The game, Xbox fanboys, it's even worse in their world. Remember, you couldn't even access your digital library when the servers went offline. Microsoft didn't even have not Microsoft, but Xbox didn't even have permissions. The Xbox didn't have to get it from Microsoft. And even then, it doesn't nullify the problem. It just means that now that they can have more control of it. The game is not yours and they can revoke access at any time. No different than what Sony's doing. But they haven't done the end of physical disc production till it's 2028. And they weren't pushing PlayStation Plus like Game Pass, putting games day and date. Did you not buy anything? 4% physical media support this year in the United States of America. Which is the place where they sell out, right? If you think about Europe, they're pretty much dead in Europe, and in Japan, they don't exist. That's why Matthew Ball said, oh, well, we just want you to get on Windows then, or on PC or something, or cloud. That's where you can support our games. So if you actually look at physical support for Xbox in Europe and Japan, and you see worldwide, it's not going to even be 4%. It'll probably be like 3% or something. But it's terrible, right? And the same thing is here. Hard to believe there are morons out there defending the end of physical media. Now, I will never do that. What I'm saying is that the position that physical is in is not because of the corporations, but because of how much you voted with your wallet to skyrocket digital, and everybody likes it more. The majority of the world says they want digital over physical now. But the majority of the world that has been getting digital over physical never said that. But at the end of the day, you can just destroy physical. I don't care. Though they might as well say that because that's how they feel, because they're never going to buy it again. But I'm under the impression and mindset of this, that I don't care or need physical, but I would never say, if I had the option, cut that off, because that's still to me a soul and legacy in gaming. So I believe that it's a medium that should just be there as an option, and it's no problem. But the corporations don't want to deal with all that man in the middle, paying Best Buy, Target, Amazon, you see what I mean, Walmart, because they have to not only pay for physical disc production, the cases, but they have to pay for shipping, and they have to take a cut with them. They want to cut all that out for 100% digital profit. That is clear as daylight. And the only people who are not benefiting from that are people who want the physical option for trading and reselling. Other than that, yeah, I mean, the good thing about digital, as I said before, and what I've always loved about it, is it's space efficient. I never have to worry about it selling out, right? And that the category of games is absolutely ginormous. You could have a whole store of 50,000 video games. You can't go in any store. Those cases don't, 50 games at most? If you get lucky to see that. And it's whatever is the hottest at the moment. Or you have to search on some eBay, go to tons of GameStops around the world, like just to search for a physical copy of something. I hope to find it somewhere, right? If you can trust it too. But in digital, it's just always there. They can even put those games on sale that never exist to get on the physical market. That's the great thing I love about digital. The expansive multi-generation options that you have. It's awesome that way. So that's why I like it. I don't want to bring physical games with me on the road where I have to swap it out, worry about my disc, and if I want to play this game, I got to open this and put that. Like, oh, that to me is petty. I can just hit the icon and that's it, and it's efficient. It doesn't take up any space. But yeah, getting back to this, what do you Xbox fanboys actually have to say about this? Because it's the same thing. They're just reinstating what's already been there. But people tried to make a big deal about the PlayStation reminder. It's like, what does Nintendo need to do it next? Well, it's already there, right? Going down, this guy says, dude, grab some PlayStation or Xbox disc you got there. Check this out. And read the fine print to see a thing. Ha 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 ha. Spoiler, the damn disc is also a software license. Facts. That's what I'm telling people. They're acting like the physical disc is the same thing as it was in the early PlayStation 4 generation, in the 360 generation, PS2 generation. It's not. They make it just like the software. This guy's like, and what's the company going to do? Go to your house and take your disc? That's not the point, bro. The point is that if you're saying you want physical ownership, it must be like the Nintendo world. On card, I can play it straight up, full game, and I don't need to be online. But if it's working just like a software license, then you have a physical disc you're changing out, like you're about to, put it in there. And if it says you need to download to play this game, get online. You need to sign into an account, like on Halo Campaign Devolved, right? And a lot of other physical games where it's like, sorry, you only downloaded a portion of the game on the physical. You need to get this online. It's like, then you're in the same position as digital, except they just didn't go to the store. And if you're thinking you own the game, then you're sadly mistaken, because if the internet went down, and let's say a friend wanted to borrow that, and he says, I can't get online, I can't play this. Or I can't sign into an account. What's the difference? It's like that now. You see what I mean? So if you want a physical copy of something, it better be fully on the game. But also today, developers launch a lot of games unfinished. And even if they weren't unfinished, tons of updates and free content can come out with DLCs, expansions, cosmetics, if people want that. Do I hate microtransactions? But I'm just saying. It's a good example of, yeah, I want that, so I have to get online. I mean, you're online anyways. Who is not online? How are you even watching this video? You know what I mean? Your cell phone constantly is online through data cap. Everybody has internet. But if you're not in that situation, I can understand that, but you kind of get what I mean. It's like, if corporations want to actually change the way physical discs work, which they have for a while, then it does not change the game. It doesn't make a difference. You don't physically own it then. You have the disc, but you don't have offline ownership of being able to insert it and play it straight up. It's true. You guys know this too. This guy says, but who's having a meltdown? It's just you guys. I wonder why. Because you guys cover for Microsoft. Yes. I mean, that's a Microsoft Windows being discussed in both the email and the terms you've put up. But nice try suggestion. It was Xbox specifically talking about games. What are you talking about? That is Xbox ownership, bro. It's the same thing. It's Microsoft. That guy's kind of slow. Let's find an X post right here. Microsoft also just sent an email. This is another guy, Almo. Nintendo, Microsoft, and PlayStation make it crystal clear in their terms of services when you buy a digital game, this Microsoft game on the Microsoft Store is Xbox. Clown. Kind of slow. You're not buying it. You're just placing, or you're just paying for a license to use it, or placing a license on it. Read the fine print, because that's how things end up happening later. Find it funny that the guy tried to make it seem like because Microsoft said something about a video game. Bro, what do you think the Windows Store is? That's your Xbox account. What a clown, right? Man, talk about damage control and serious coping. Anything to make it seem like Sony is worse. When the whole time, Sony's most sold console this generation is a disc model they manufactured the most. Well, Microsoft's most sold was a Series S. And get on Game Pass. Don't buy anything. And go right to PC and also just carry that with you. We're going to pay for the smart delivery because nobody wants to buy games in a Windows Store. I want to buy it on Steam. But now we're making it a lot better, right? It's like, so what's the difference between what Sony did recently and what Microsoft did? Because they both have been there. But this is the hypocrisy of the internet with its fake hate and fake rage. It is magnified against PlayStation way too much. More than anything lately. Nintendo ain't getting hate like PlayStation lately. Man, it's pretty bad. Now, some of that does Sony deserve? Yeah, sure. What Microsoft deserves, everything I'm doing, 100%. Nintendo lesser, but at the end of the day, they do some stuff too. And Steam does things too. All of them do, but who's the worst? Who destroyed everything that you care about? Microsoft. Everybody knows that. It's supposed to be the American identity in the gaming industry. What do they care about it? They're treating it like a third world garbage product. Might as well say that, right? I mean, that's where it's at. So, yeah, where's the American identity for Xbox and Microsoft? Yeah, where's the first party identity? Where's the American identity? I don't see it. They destroyed it. So this guy says, so suppose you'll stop playing games and buying games then. It doesn't matter the company, right? Right, you'll do it. This guy says, I don't buy digital games, physical ones, yes. So he's a physical guy. Though behind the box, I put the same thing. But this is about them all three being the same. Sony gets talked about because of the email, but all three are pitiful. You know what's so funny? This guy tries to put Nintendo in the same ballpark as Xbox and PlayStation, and he's incorrect. Because Nintendo actually gives you the cart on, full-on game on cart, and you could put it in handheld and take it on the go. They actually support physical copies. You're incorrect about that, but it's digital work the same way. It's the way the whole entire industry works, but they're not trying to kill physical. They preserve all their games fully on cart. Now I want you to find me another handheld in the industry too that actually allows you to put a physical game in there. I'll be waiting. It doesn't exist. And they have the highest physical support across the entire world. This year their physical support was insane in USA. More than Xbox and PlayStation put together easily. You might want to go take a look at that. You see? It's incredibly high. Worldwide, their digital is like 40%. They're literally carrying the physical industry right now. And Japan has a high physical support as well. So I would prefer you actually say incorrect factual information and don't try to bundle them all up like they're the same. The digital world works the same, but ownership has always been something that you can have in your hands, not something that is digital. Digital ownership is, I mean, bro, is your driver's license? You see, it's always been like that. That's a license. You don't own your car. A dream. You gotta let go of everything. But you kind of get what I'm saying. So I want you guys to let me know what you actually think about this. Become a member for $3 or try the trial for free. Leave a tip down below. Like, comment, and subscribe. Xbox fanboys, the ones, you know who I'm talking about. What do you have to say about this? It's all the same thing. We're speaking in a digital format. And remember, PlayStation gamers that are mad about this, Xbox was never the solution. That's a worse solution. Plus, not having any PlayStation exclusives, third-party money hats, because they ain't never coming there, only on Steam if Sony wants them to, and Nintendo is the solution. So in those two worlds, you cannot leave those worlds and have those games. And if they're not going to give you the physical copies for their first-party games, what makes you think you could get it anywhere else? It doesn't make any sense. No. But Sony's still doing that to 2028. Later.